Okay, Dead Space continues. This time I have 60 frames a second instead of 30. As I explained, I'm using something called Riva Tuner, which should fix some of the issues I had with this. And also, apparently it doesn't, like, the rest of the game works with this. So it should be okay. Okay, well that is 60. So already, good things are happening. It's time for body horror. Oh, we're going this way. Right. I blasted a hole. Welcome to the USG Ishimura Clinic. Healing away from home. There's just a hole. Vinny, do you like the movie The Thing? That's one of my favorite movies. The Thing. Have you seen The Thing? I'm talking about the most recent The Thing. No, I'm kidding. Definitely not that one. Vinny, do you like the movie The Object? I like that movie. The Object. Do you like that movie The Idea? The Noun. The Place. Shit. The Stuff? Oh, that's a really good horror movie. John Carpenter directed The Thing, but The Stuff was directed by... well, it was directed by John Plummer. What about the movie The? Well, The is actually a band. So, as stupid as it may sound to us, someone named their band The back in the 80s. The Stuff is a real movie, Vin? Oh shit, really? Anyway, this is, you know, the lighting... just the way this place looks reminds me of Event Horizon meets The Thing. This is where I was. I'm good at navigating. I swear to God, I'm good at navigating. See? How do I get over there? Isn't it nice when a game just tells you where to go? There's a power cube. That was a cool noise. I'm half and half on games telling you where to go versus exploration. I think a little bit of exploration is nice, but... For me, I don't mind having a little thing point me in the direction of the primary objective, as long as there's secondary paths to make up for it. Yeah, that's true. The sequel slash prequel to the thing that came out in 2011, they made a fuckload of practical effects and like rubber suits and all kinds of, you know, stuff that might have been reminiscent of the effects of the original film. And then the studio, and it looked good, and then the studio got nervous and was like, we need CG. So they took a lot of their scenes, most of them in fact, and then they applied CG to them, which instantly dated them. And if you watch them now, you're like, oh, that's easily CG, and it just takes you out of it. But they started building a fuckload of practical effects. And again, I'm not opposed to CG. Like, when I was watching, Infinite Fight, the fact that Thanos was CG didn't take me out of the movie, I just accepted it after, like, a little while. It's just bad CG when everything else looks, you know, kind of consistent and grounded. That can take me out of a movie. Have you played Prey? I haven't. I played the original Prey, which was cool because aliens. And the late, great Art Bell was in it. I know. People tell me I would really like the Prey that came out last year.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
Jesus. Lots of nice things happening here in this game. Attention, Captain Matthias B. Benjamin, further to our previous conversation, I asked that you delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know I'm as keen as anyone else to study it in detail, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events of the colony, but that's why I ask. What's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented, to cut short without proper time to study the causes and effects. In light of a discussion I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Doctors Chiarello and Welland planetside to get their observations. You guys see the new Death Stranding trailer? Starring Revolver Ocelot and Norman Reedus. Is there gameplay yet? No.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kine reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
Was that my own thing that I shot? I'd never used the secondary on this weapon before. But again, this is also my first playthrough, so... Okay, so line gun is mines. Okay. How does one become meat? You have to ask this guy. Did you play Dead Space 2? No. No, this is my first experience with the series. Good so far. I knew this was a game I'd wanted to play eventually. Just never happened. Oh, I did play, that's not true, I played the one on the Wii, which I always forget about. But if you were here for the other Dead Space streams, then you know that's the case. But there's surprisingly a lot of people here who have never... who are, you know, who haven't watched my previous stream of this or are new to the stream. I mean, it's... almost every stream that's the case, but... yeah. I know I won't play... If I ever do another Dead Space, it'll be Dead Space 2, and I don't know when that will be. Maybe next year? That's new. Holy fuck. Oh, you're still here? What were you doing? Were you trying to suck the meat to get more health?
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
So this can create more meat enemies. Subject, Captain Matthias. It is my sad duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Matthias dead. Reports of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted and beyond the scope of my role. I can only report on the body. The subject was in generally good health for his age, though a cursory blood test indicates his count was very low, with eosinophils in particular almost non-existent. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset. However, it is unlikely this had any effect on his death. Multiple contusions on his arms and hands indicate brief struggle pre-mortem, slight confusion around the ribcage suggesting his chest was restrained in some way. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body which continued on through the cavity wall, finally into the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. The force required to puncture the ocular cavity in this manner is great, and the possibility of self-infliction correspondingly low. I therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of unlawful death, whether deliberate or accidental, is beyond my jurisdiction. Locutus of Borg. I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile, number 1. He was not allowed to die, huh? Just in case. I'm gonna have to go through this with no oxygen at some point, aren't I? Oh, Jesus.
Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Vinny, turn off anti-aliasing. You can't pick up dead enemies with kinesis. And leukocyte is how you pronounce them. They're white blood cells. Okay. Those were separate things. Those comments were all separate. I thought it was all like one thing. But I had a number of people saying I should turn off anti-aliasing, so let's see what it looks like. Well, it's crisper. Does this game have shitty anti-aliasing? Is that like a known... Excuse me, is that a known thing? It fixes aiming? I don't understand. I actually don't mind the Jaggies. I fight them in Monster Hunter all the time. Fine. As long as they're not great Jaggies. These are kind of minor Jaggies. And here's a tip: you should visit PC Gaming Wiki. They're great at telling you how to get the best out of your PC games. Okay.
You've got two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engines. Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
¿Qué pasa, Peng? Apparently, Dead Space means something. I thought it was just a good title, but it actually means something. It's like air in your lungs or something. Someone told me what it was. I forgot what it was. It's the air that you inhale but you don't use. Okay. Yeah, save every 2 seconds, yeah!
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple.
Oh, shit.
It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet since my captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Now, you may think that was me just trying to get a laugh, but there were a number of people in chat saying that you should stomp that corpse. Which I now know them to be the ones having a laugh. Stomping corpses can yield rewards. Okay. In general, stomp everything. What a weird thing to do in like a survival horror game that you try to take serious and you're just like stomping all over the place. But just gotta make sure that the bodies don't come back to life with legs. So you fucking stomp their legs off.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the sound is great in this game. Big meaty chunks.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Best physics. Best video game meat physics. They studied car accidents and such things to make the design for the necromorphs? Wait, you mean this is a development studio that actually cared about their game and tried to create something compelling? And yet they were a subsidiary of EA? And that's not even me just saying, hey, like, you know, oh, fuck EA, right? Am I right? Like, obviously, we do enough of that. I don't need to go over that every single time. But it's just, for me, well, I mean, they're closed down, but was this game made before they were scooped up by EA? No, so they made this after EA was... So EA published this and gave them the money for it. It's just surprising, given what they've done to so many other companies. I mean, they actually took a chance with Visceral for a little while. And Visceral was supposed to do a Star Wars game. That would have been a good one.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
fuck off. So, okay, I'm in 0G. I know there was a button I had to press. There it is. Meat wall. There we go.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
I know it's a 0G walk. I know these are like magnetic boots, but this is a very funny walk to me. Okay, goodbye. Fucking obliterated. Well, to jump... Wait, someone said you can jump, Vinny. But... I think you mean I can, like, do this. Right? There we go. This game is very Yaba my icing. Okay, that's the waypoint. There's an item on the ground too. I don't see it. What? Someone said I know it's a Half-Life joke, but what? I just mean, there's like these meat bodies look a lot like the zombies from Half-Life 2. So this game is very Yaba my icing. I say things weird. It's like I'm like Yoden. I got like a little bit of yo. Vinny, they have no idea what Yaba my icing is in Half-Life. Oh, I can't expect everybody to know what Yaba my icing is. I don't hold it against you. Vinny, you aren't done in that room? Well, it's taking me out of the room. You sure about that? Activate console. Is there an upgrade? There's a console you have to use? Oh, okay.
Entering zero gravity.
What the fuck? Oh. I'm just like, am I now the hologram? Alright, so there's a console in here I need to use. Oof. Get nice and dizzy.
Centrifuge activated.
Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
With planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Nice.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
It wouldn't let me jump. Oh, I wasn't in zero G anymore.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. Time we have left.
Okay, that time it didn't work.
Centrifuge activated.
You're doing great, Isaac. Just keep
Planetary
dying.
cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Man is doing disgusting things in his suit. Really good sound design, though. Yep. Do you think they hired a guy who could just make noises that sound like this? First. They just, like, had a bunch of people that they auditioned just to make, like puke noises? What are we doing?
Exiting vacuum.
They choked the intern and reported it. Free labor! Jesus. A worm? What that shit is. It's like a nidus canal. Did that scare you a little? Yeah, it caught me by surprise. I don't know if my, like, heart rate went up. But it got me. Like I said, you know, horror games don't completely destroy me. But it definitely caught me off guard. I use the cutter a lot, so... So I'll be honest with you, chat. Remember how I told you earlier I wasn't feeling good? I don't think I can take the stream to the end. Don't. Maybe you noticed I was a little uncharacteristically quiet, which is good for a game like this, but... I think I have to go. It's hard to explain, and I couldn't give you a direct symptom, and I am really worried that I'm getting sick again, and I have been since this morning. But it's a combo of a lot of things, and I'm feeling kind of nauseous. I think I'm gonna save. I'm so sorry. I'm really enjoying the game, but I cannot play it right now. I'm struggling through it. So let me save, and let's resume this. If I'm feeling good tomorrow, I can resume this tomorrow. And like I said, I wanted to start, like, maybe playing some more Mega Man. I really hope this doesn't turn into another, like, week-long sickness. I really, really hope. But I'd like to stream Mega Man 8. And I'd like to, get those Hat in Time mods streamed. Okay. Let me get going. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for your patience. I tried to get this going as long as I could, but it just got worse throughout the night. So let me rest. And I'll keep you updated on how I feel. I don't feel as fucked up as I did when I had strep throat, so that's the good news. Alright, let's see how much art there is. How much is there? There's like a page. I'm gonna do art another time. I'm not gonna enjoy it. I have to get going. Vinny, relapse of the same illness? I don't know. I really don't know, but if it's starting, I was worried because when you get strep throat, you get like mouth sores first, and I got one, and that was the first like clue, and then the nausea, and then like the kind of like sensitivity to temperature started happening again. So maybe. I really fucking hope not, but it's not an exaggeration to say that like a lot of people are sick right now because of the change of seasons. And maybe it is just something to do with that. Maybe it's the weather changing, making me feel like this, but I gotta rest and see how I feel tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be the litmus test of whether or not I end up getting sick again. We'll see. could be withdrawal from stress and strep. It could be. I definitely have felt a lot of stress the past couple days. That's without a doubt. And I'm gonna say that it's tough. It's tough to not be stressed out when there's stress around you. But I'm gonna try real hard to avoid that, and I'm gonna get some sleep. Thank you again, everyone, for watching and understanding. And I will try to get better as soon as I can, or I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's going on. So have a good night, everybody, and you're the best. Goodbye. See ya.